there guys, and welcome back. On today's show, I'm going to show you how to make customized notepads. Now some of you might be thinking, oh, what's this guy talking about? Has he completely lost his marbles or what? But I'm not actually going to make the pads. I mean, you buy them, right? So what you're going to need for this project is just a few of these little notepads, and they can be whatever size you want. They could be these little, I think that might be a 3x5, or you can have an 8.5 by 11, or you can go little mini, or you can do post-it notes, whatever you want to do. And what you want to do basically is you want to scroll, using your scroll saw, little personalized symbols in the corner, whether it could be their monogram, like their initial, or maybe, I don't know, if they like turtles, you could scroll out a turtle, or whatever you want. But what it would be is then each page would have this little punched out personalized item in the corner. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by sandwiching our pad in between two pieces of thin hardboard cut to be the same size as our pad. This pad that I'm using turns out to be 4x6. So what I've done, as you saw in that last segment, is I cut two pieces of 1/16 inch hardboard 4 by 6 inches. And like I said, you just want to sandwich your pad in between those two boards. Kind of looks like an ice cream sandwich. I'm getting hungry. Anyway, once you get that done, you want to take some painter's tape, and this is just the blue kind, which is kind of a lower tack here, and in your, or with your two boards here, you just want to gently tape it together so that you have your ice cream sandwich all in one. I wouldn't put too much pressure on the middle where the paper is, because you really don't want your tape sticking too much to the paper and messing it up. But make sure that it's got a good adhesion to the hardboard so that it's all going to hold together. So we'll just go ahead and finish this up here. I'm trying to go quickly in the name of time on this video, but some things you can't rush, right? So there we go. So you want to take your tape and run it around all four edges to seal that in there as one complete package. So we've got our pad sandwiched in between the hardboard here, and it's ready to go. We just have to decide on our design. And another thing I've done here, and you may want to do the same if you're going to try this project, and that's to place an arrow, just like that, pointing to the top of your pad. This is where the adhesion is on the pad that keeps the pieces together. And of course, if you're going to scroll into this, you'd like that to be at the top. Now, unless you want the monogram at the bottom, in which case then you want to mark that spot. But mark the top of where your area is going to be so that when you untape all of this, you're not going to end up with some silly looking thing upside down on the bottom instead of up at the top, left or top right, wherever you wanted it. So I've got my arrow pointing up to the top of the pad, and I think I'd like my design to be in the top right hand corner. And I'm no artist, but you know what, I'm just gonna see if I can't sketch a silly little, maybe a turtle here or something in this top corner. Now there's lots of ways that you could put your design on here. You could have a stencil and draw it on, or you could just draw it freehand like what I'm doing here. It doesn't really matter. You can do whatever you like. Whoops. You can even break your pencil too if you like. But I'm just going to draw just a little silly turtle, and it's just a silhouette. It's not like this detailed drawing. It's nothing like that. It's just a little silhouette of something that whoever this pad is for is something that they like. So there it is. Silly little turtle. I don't know if you can see that there. Probably not very good, but anyway, what we're going to do now that we have our design on there as high quality and super high def and 3D as you like, we're going to take it over and we need to drill a blade entry hole into the middle of this turtle. So I'm going to shoot over the drill press and we are going to drill a hole through this for a blade entry. So for this particular project, what you're going to need is a fine blade in your scroll saw. And in my case, I've got a number 2 reverse tooth blade. So you need to put your blade down through your entry hole. And the fine blade is important here because you don't want to be tearing up the paper. You want to be giving a good clean cut. So with that being said now, we've got the 2/0 reverse tooth blade in our saw. We've got it through the entry hole, tensioned, and we're going to go ahead and cut out our turtle now. Now for this, you can just take your time. There's no need to power through it. I mean, you're not in a rush. I mean, this is not going to be the most beautiful turtle in the world, but like I said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants here on this one. So the reason for the hardboard on this project is to support the paper while it's being cut. Paper doesn't really like being cut or drilled or anything else for that matter. It just disintegrates. But if you use some hardboard as a backer, you'll find that it really gives some nice support for it and almost like a backer board for cutting. So we'll back up into the peak of the tail here to get that sharp corner, to get to the leg. I might be going off the lines here a little bit. I had to move my magnifier for the camera, so it's a little difficult for me to see this. But either way. Alright, so we're going to bring it right through here to the last little bit, shut the saw off, release the tension, and let's just see what we've got here. We'll take it over to the bench. Okay, so here we are back at the bench now with our cutout turtle profile. And just take a pencil or a piece of dowel or whatever and just hold on to that turtle and push him right down through the bottom there. And now what you can see here is we've got a whole stack of little turtles. And that's a pretty clean cut. I don't know if you can see that. So once you get this apart, now what you want to do is just remove your tape. Now do it gently in case your tape accidentally stuck to your paper. You don't want to go tearing this off all hog wild and then end up damaging the edge of your pad. So just go gentle with it. It is a low tack painter's tape, so you shouldn't have any problems, but just in case, you'd rather be safe than sorry here. And we'll just separate it and see what we've got. And what we've got is a little pad with a turtle in it. And with each subsequent sheet that you tear off, that sheet has, sorry, there you go, that sheet has a turtle. So, very nice. Mrs. Kemble will like this. And there you have it. Personalized notepads. I'll just give you a picture of this one right here. This was a quick on-the-fly design, and I mean you could take as much time as you want. I just did this little silly turtle freehand, but if you wanted to print up fancy lettering on your printer and then trace it down onto a template, Each one then, of course, could be, you know, traced out and done properly. You can, don't forget, you got 4 corners here. So you can use these little scraps of 1/16 inch hardboard 4 times before you need to replace it. It really does a cool job, guys. It does nice clean cutting, and I tell you, the recipient will love it. They really are kind of cool. So come up with different ideas. It doesn't have to be a turtle. It doesn't have to be an initial. If it's Christmas time, could be a Santa head silhouette. If it's summertime, I don't know. It could be a boat if the guy likes fishing, or a fish if he likes fishing. It could be a handsaw if it's for a woodworker, like one of your woodworking friends. Either way, give it a try and make yourself some customized notepads. It's just another fun way to utilize some scrap hardboard in your shop and you know, get yet another gift for somebody else. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'm going to see you again next week with yet another woodworking video. Just on a little extra side note, guys, there's been a lot of activity on my channel lately and in the comments section, and those comments are increasing, and I just want to say thank you. I do enjoy every one of those comments, and I do my best to reply to every single one of them. I mean, this channel is no fun if it's just me talking to myself. So interaction with the channel is fantastic, and I'm loving every minute of it. So thanks to you guys, this channel is becoming exactly what I was hoping it was going to be. So a great big thank you goes out to all of you. I'll see you next week.